Foul out. No lunch today.
Houlihan retiring in front of his alma mater.
Not much. Tell me when you're on. Not me. We'll make that one. How you doing?
Good.
I recognize you at first. I should know this something.
What's happening today? What's happening today?
I go to the Y.
Today is June the 20th, 1990, and we're all gathered here today to celebrate the retirement of Bob Houlihan. Bob Houlihan has worked at General Electric for 30 years. All of that time he's been in the Aircraft Systems Analysis Group, and for the last about 20 years he's been running it very splendidly. So we all hope to have a very happy time.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll speak out. Again, welcome to the Bob Houlihan retirement party.
That's me.
We've been planning this for a year and a half now. Told us he was thinking of retiring. Finally, he's going to do it. I'd like to introduce some of his, not Bob, he comes later, his wife, Eileen. Daughter, Maureen, Bobby. Eileen, Alana.
Eileen Alana.
Damien. Chris here.
Yep.
One missing, is that right, Joe?
Son Joe is missing. He's down in Texas. Really missing. I know where he is. Which is a company. It's a company like
Put this party together. The committee members, we have a large committee. Everybody contributed. Bob Gerstrom, Jim Geiger. Jim Geiger right here.
a young looking one.
Michael Coleman, Cliff Smith, Pat Hennon, Chris Cavaleros, Jerry Kinniston, Dick Davis, Martin D'Angelo, Heinz Althor, Ray Stanton. We're all ready to eat now. We'll be interspersing between courses, we hope, some of our programs. So go right ahead.
We're not going back.
You better have a weapon when you play shit like that.
I'll just try to explain to you first, this is the PE way of doing retirement luncheons. We do things in between courses. We don't wait to the end like some other organizations I want to mention. So if you can pay attention to your salad and pay attention to what I have to say and manage that, would be appreciated. I have my assignment here to talk about Bob's background and to share with you some of from his history that you may not know. I had the benefit of going through his personnel folder. Found some cobwebs in there. We also found a photograph in there. That's the one we used on the poster.
Very nice.
We got to get that updated.
That was like high school graduation.
No, first communion.
First communion.
As a matter of fact, that takes us to the beginning of what I want to say. St. Mary's in Waltham. That that was the first school on the record in your personnel folder. Graduated in 1945, and probably was a picture, too, graduation picture. And then entered the Marine Corps. I didn't know that part. How many of you do? And Bob ended up a corporal.
On the
Same
day I
rank.
got out. PFC. The day I got out, maybe corporal.
You got to be a corporal in retirement. And then he entered BC, took a AD in math degree in 1951, cum laude. Cum laude. That explains why Cable uses calculator so well. And then he went to work, but he continued his education in the evenings. Went to work first at Barry Controls in Boston, from 51 to 55 in quality control and sales, while going to Northeastern evening school, bettering himself all the time. And then he went to Curtis, changed jobs, went to Curtis Wright in New Jersey, and that's where Bob got into vehicle performance and aerodynamics, 55 to 58, while going to Brooklyn Poly at night. And then finally, he saw the light and came to GE in 58, must have been 58, 32 years ago. And I'll just read off the list of all the supervisors who handed them off to other people. Vino, who couldn't be here today and have something to read, he sent us. Gene Hollow is here, and of course Dennis Edkins. Bruce Gordon sends his apologies that he couldn't make it. Rod Raybone, who's in the same meeting at lunchtime. Walt Daskin, who's here somewhere. Tom Foy, who was scheduled to come, and I see he didn't show up. Ebacher, and finally Bob Neitzel. Well, Bob, we're going to have your final annual appraisal. It's customary to have that out in public. And overall, the Houlihan Aircraft Company has established itself as one of the most, one of the internal service organizations most in demand. His reputation is spread far and wide, and many of the aircraft companies we deal with come in and look at Bob's results and calculations and sometimes have to back off their own results, comparing them with his. He's always cooperative and always has an answer. Keeps on talking, and you might think he's giving you an answer, but then when you go away, you're not sure what he told you. I guess
You're doing so good for a while there.
I think that must have been the sales training he got at Barry Control.
Yes, thanks.
He's always got a smile on his face, and just never seen anything but a smile on Bob's face. He's a pleasure to deal with. He's kept all the customers happy, and that's something that we just recently learned through continuous improvement and Deming and so forth. He knew about it years ago. No, there's got to be weak points, but I'll tell you about them later. We won't get into them right now. And ways in which you can improve yourself. Right. But now I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on to some of the testimonials that we've received from literally around the world of people who've known you throughout your career, who wanted to say something, couldn't be here, And I'm going to read excerpts from these letters that come in. And they will be in a book that we'll present you with at the end of the luncheon. The first one was from Dick Albers. I think you got a chance to talk to him. He came through and walked out again. He had to go somewhere. Lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. Happens to be in the area right now. Although it's been almost 25 years since I left GE to pursue my fate elsewhere, I've never forgotten the days we spent together at Aircraft Systems Analysis. With Les Vino, Jim Nye, Ron Langell, Allegra, saw her here somewhere, didn't have a chance to say hello. And yes, even Gladys. Some of us know about that. was quite a group. I particularly remember the day when you came back to work after being sick for a few days. You told us a story about waking up the first morning home and hearing the voices of two of your young sons at the door. You decided to lay there quietly without moving just to see what they would say. Remember this, Bob? The first one, clearly not used to seeing anyone lying in bed at that time of day, spoke in a loud whisper, "Who's that?" And the other one said, "That's Daddy." The original voice then asked, "What are we going to do?" Back came the memorable reply, "I don't know, let's spit on them."
They love me.
And he says, he said some other things. Have a good one. And we have a letter here from Bruce Gordon, who's worked with you a long, long time. And only because the president of Canada came in today, and he had to have lunch with him. It was a tough choice to make, but he had to do it. And he sent you a letter here. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a long, peaceful, happy retirement. I suspect I worked with you longer than anyone else here at GE. By my calculations, we've been working together for 37 years. That goes back to Curtis Wright. And I know that my requests for answers yesterday on very complex aircraft studies have not necessarily led to peaceful times during your working years. I know, and I'm sure GE management knows, that your efforts have been an enormous contribution to gaining the applications which led to the growth of the business where it is today. I'm also very thankful for the training you gave to a number of people in all areas of the company. I'm sorry I cannot be in person to attend your luncheon, but as usual, as you know, customers always come first. Please keep in touch. Don't disappear just because you're retiring. Here's a note from another old buddy of yours, Les Vino, who could not be here because he's vacationing in Hawaii. Public occasions such as this were allowed license for some reminiscence. So I will go all the way back to 1955, when with Dennis Edkins and then yourself, we began the Old Aircraft Systems Group. It was at that time a brainchild of Ed Wall to keep our customers honest. That's probably heresy, so I won't read this. Nonetheless, with all those modest beginnings, we built up a group which over the years has made a real contribution towards winning the business which Jack Welch now counts as a real cash cow. After Dennis, our old English professor, left, and then I departed for greener pastures, we have continued to build the reputation of this unique group within Lynn's engineering staff. You've compiled a list of graduates, not only through aircraft engines, but even guys like Jim McMillan, who's now president of his own company in Florida. I want to pay a special tribute to you, Bob, both as a teacher and as a counselor, and to many, many young engineers who've served under you. Also want to extend my own personal wishes for a happy, deserved retirement. I may even come down now and then to continue your golf and tennis lessons on the Cape. Note from your old friend Ted Sturgewall. It's been a pleasure for me to have worked with you over the years at GE. Hope that you have a great time during your new life as a retiree. I'll be away on the date of your retirement party, so I'll not have the chance to join your friends and say so long. Best of luck. Then, now we're getting into the vice presidents. Frank Pickering. Dear Bob, I would have very much liked to have joined your many friends and associates in honoring you at this occasion of your retirement. Many thanks to you for your many years of significant contributions to aircraft engines. You have contributed to many successful engine programs from inception to application. We will miss you. Sincere best wishes for a healthy and happy retirement. Best regards, Frank Pickering. This one's from George Bowen. Sorry I'll not be able to join you June 20th. I look back at my early engineering development program days. I remember fondly my experience working for you in vehicle systems analysis. As you know, I consider VSA an important function, effective marketing tool. It seems fitting that while trying to sell F-44 F-18s on an international basis, that we now come full circle and starting to work on a J-101 for Taiwan. I can remember doing J-1A5 takeoff climb acceleration studies for you as a young EEP. There was one problem. I forgot to include a factor of 2 for twin engine fuel consumption. So I was calculating unbelievable range values. Larry Cutts never lets me forget that. Best of health and happiness in your second career, which is to fully enjoy your retirement. George Bull. Best wishes of luck in your retirement. You were a great asset during the very successful NY3 competition. Blue Bevel Lockwood. Now here's another VP, longhand. His writing is just about like mine. Word is about that you're retiring from GE at the end of the month. You will note that I said retiring from GE, since young fellows like yourself don't just retire. They just change careers. But whatever you do, let me wish you success and enjoyment in your new endeavor. The team of Edkins, Joy, and Houlihan has left its mark. You carried on so greatly and so ably filled the shoes. You remember Edkins' ventilated foot. Well, some of you don't know about that. With the departure of your old associates, you recall in the early days that the engine business did not have an air vehicle performance organization to evaluate our potential offerings. We needed an organization like yours to give us guidance and show the areas of payoff. You pioneered and developed the tools so that the product offerings could be evaluated. People were encouraged to think in air vehicle payoff in economic terms as they conceive and evolve alternative designs. The engine business is greater as a result. I'm sure you've left an ongoing organization of talent to carry on. Again, let me wish you and your family good health and enjoyment, whatever you do in the future. Sincerely, Ed Wall. Another VP coming up. Dear Bob, looking back over all those fierce competitions and all those great new and improved products, you should take a lot of satisfaction in your aircraft and helicopter performance and economic analysis. This gave us special insights into how to come up with winning answers. And I believe GE's #1 position in the engine business owes a lot to that work. In addition, you were fun to work with, always objective and stimulating. Best wishes for a very satisfying retirement. I know you will enjoy it. Sincerely, Jim Krebs. This one's from overseas. I wish you a very happy retirement. I know I was only one of many young engineers to enjoy working for you. still remember it as one of the most enjoyable periods in my career. For that, I will always be very grateful to you. Best wishes, Tim Coffey. Tim's in Britain now, and he was on his way through New Zealand and Fiji, Canada, when he wrote this to us. We call him on the flies. Now, a few short limericks. Bob H. has a great many uses. His computer he often abuses. He programmed the drag of a brown paper bag, and he blew out all of the fuses. There once was a man named Houlihan who was quick at getting the sum. He figured the weight of a TAV-8 using his own rule of thumb. Bob H. was a great young fella who never once used an umbrella. Said he, I'm real cool, I use a slide rule, and I trim my side hedge with a propeller. There once was a man from Houlihan who was a great worker au grant. I guess you could pronounce it the other way too. He knew his beans about flying machines. He hummed the Gregorian chant. Bob H. is a man with no quirks. He was employed at the Lynn River Works. He said not for hire, I think I'll retire and enjoy GE's retirement perks. Warren Joy. Your old buddy Warren Joy, out of retirement from even
Very good.
This one comes from one of our customers and friends and associates, Joe Eisenberg from NASA Lewis, Cleveland, Ohio. Dear Bob, having had the pleasure of your working with us, I must say you will be missed. You always had a dedication that would not let you stop. Indeed, I would often say after reviewing your results, Bob Houlihan will stop at nothing. I would certainly like to say that you never tried to lead us astray as to the best propulsion system, but you certainly succeeded. I always felt you were putting out your truly maximum level of effort, so complaining would not have achieved anything. Being serious now, Bob, your work has been of great assistance to us. It has really helped to give us direction as to which system should be pursued. And you've been pleasant and cooperative as well as extremely knowledgeable. My work has been made easier and my efforts more focused due to the fine analyses provided by you and your staff. In truth, it has been a pleasure working with you. Your expertise is certainly respected and you really will be missed. Whatever you choose for the future, may you have good luck and personal fulfillment. Best wishes, Joe Eisenberg. And Joe is a lot of fun if any of you have met him. He's a great guy to work with. One of your Evendale friends who regrets he couldn't make it, Jim Hartzell. Jim Hartzell, preliminary design in Evendale. It's truly hard to believe that you are finally retiring, giving up the plush offices and short hours you've enjoyed all those 7 years. I searched for a cartoon that best expresses the high regard and respect in which you are held. And those of you who knew Jim when he worked here, he was great at drawing up little cartoons he posted in his office. In my opinion, the way we'll remember you, I searched for cartoons that best expresses the high regard and respect in which you're held, and attached are two which I most reflect, in my opinion, in the way we'll all remember you. You can see them when you look at the book after lunch. Bear in mind, of course, that FCC regulations preclude sending the one that I really wanted to send. Chart 1 is a tribute to your great optimism and enthusiasm for things aeronautical. If you had been born in the days of the Pilgrims, this chart could portray you along the banks of the Charles, testing your latest theories, flight by emulation. You have to see the cartoon to appreciate it. It's trying to dive off a cliff with one of these wings on its arms. Chart 2 is more accurate, being reconstructed from the little-known model of the weekly illustration using the latest in computer imaging. We note with interest the lad on the left assisting Orwell and Wilbur Wright in their search. Yes, it's you. You have been very modest about your clandestine visit to Kitty Hawk, cutting classes at PC. But we discovered the wall on the drawing at your restaurant at Quincy Market. The one you have successfully concealed from the IRS all these years. I was asking about who claims no connection. Well, that concludes the letters and testimonials. And we have one more thing to show you. There's a collection of signatures from his friends in Evendale on a banner they sent, and a couple of my banner assistants are going to step forward. Post the banner. All the signatures.
Second level.
Straight up, Joe.
You got it good.
That's why you're wearing jackets. That's not. He did it.
First after dinner speaker will be the person who was mentioned many times earlier in the testimonials, our old friend Dennis Atkins.
Well, I'll keep this pretty brief. We're going to have some more speeches. Can you hear me?
No.
Is that better?
Yes.
Now I can hear myself. It must be all right. Well, I want to go back again to 1955. I obviously to mention that, but and to put that period in perspective for the old timers here and those people who never heard of some of these things. The T-58 was just getting out of its early troubles. And it was producing, I think, more than 1,000 horsepower at that time. The J-85 was running, if you could call it that, in those days, and just beginning to get into its very severe troubles with everything. And the T-64, the only thing it could have been at that time was probably a gleam in Eddie Wall's eye. It didn't exist, it wasn't invented yet. Now, Eddie Wall was the one, as Robert already mentioned, who started the aircraft systems analysis group in 1955. And at that time, there was Leslie and myself. And not too long after that, somebody who has not been mentioned, Arnie Brooks. Arnie Brooks was a member of that group. And he took some time off to take a PhD at Princeton at the time. And then only, what would be 3 years later, 1958, I had Bob. So I'm the culprit, that's why he's here. Blame it all on me. And then, as Bob has also mentioned, Les Mino, he stayed on for a long time running the group. And I left somewhat earlier than that. And then, eventually, Bob took it over. And he's been running it absolutely splendidly ever since. Now, I would like to single out a couple of Bob's virtues. The first one is that he is what is, I hope, not a vanishing breed, but maybe, that he has a marvelously intrinsic feel for the problem that he's working on, or other people are working on. And he knows the sort of answer that's going to come out, and not only that, he knows the path to the answer, he knows the whole thing. Part of that, I suppose, is because he's originally worked in the slide rule and desk calculator age, rather than the computer age. But there are very few people like that who can really size up the problem just from his own intrinsic knowledge. The other thing I want to mention, already been mentioned, that is his unfailing cheerfulness. I've never seen anything with a good smiling face as the problem, and the he who lasts. And I want to wish Bob and Eileen, our very good friends for many, many years, the very best in the future. I suppose Bob, with more time, will now be spending a lot more time on the golf course. So I want to end and tell him the golfer's prayer, in case he hasn't heard it, which is, the golfer's prayer says that I hope that I will live far longer than to be able to shoot my age for 18 holes. So that's all I'm going to say, because I think we're all very brief.
Dennis managed to introduce the next speaker almost, because the next speaker is a golfing companion of Bob Houlihan and a good friend of his, Doug Valentine.
Can you hear me out there? Yep. Too bad for you. Bobby and I have been playing golf a long time. This is, the quality speakers have all spoken. I'm quantity, not much quality. I got to tell you that I've been playing in this GE Golf League, I think, since 1965. I have gone through 8 partners. 8 partners. And I finally wore this guy out. I think you were the longest, about maybe 5, 6 years maybe. Was it that long?
Pretty demanding.
Pretty demanding, okay? He finally says, I can't take it anymore, I gotta be tired, I gotta get out of here, some way or other. But, because he did study aerodynamics, right? That was your bag, and that's why you took up golf, right? Smooth swing. Wonderful, wonderful guy. But, a number of years back, probably before you got so smart, probably about 1956, maybe, you know. He wasn't always the promising young engineer. You know, as a matter of fact, there was a time in there, maybe Eileen might remember, maybe she might not, maybe Bob might not even remember. I probably never knew it. But anyway, he was out looking for a job. And he goes into several places, and he couldn't find a job anywhere. So he finally goes over to this place, and he knocks on the door, and he goes and sees the boss, and says, "What do you do here?" Or what can you do, Bob? Well, I'm a salesman. I can sell. I think that's why he went into engineering after this job. But says, we sell toothbrushes here. So Bob says, yeah, I can sell toothbrushes. I could be a good toothbrush salesman. So the boss gets him up with a kit, and he's all set to go. He's got a bunch of toothbrushes in there, some toothpaste. He's all set to go. So he goes out, and he comes back to the boss next day, and the boss says, how many toothbrushes you sell? They sold 5 toothbrushes. Says, no way. 5 toothbrushes, we're going to have to let you go. You can't do better than that. You've got to sell some more toothbrushes. Boss says, I can do it. I can do it. I can sell those toothbrushes. I'll go out. I'll go down to the supermarket. I'll sell those toothbrushes. That'll be great. So he goes out, works all day. I think he worked 10 hours that day, as I remember. He worked hard. He comes back. The boss says, okay, how many toothbrushes you sell today? Says, they sold 12 toothbrushes today. The boss says, you're not going to work out here. You got to go. You got to go, pal. Says, now tomorrow I've got a scheme. I'll get it. I'll get the job done tomorrow. So he goes out and he takes 2 suitcases full of toothbrushes out. And the boss said, hey, this guy is not going to work out. So he goes down to South Station, just with his 2 bags of toothbrushes. And next day he comes back, the boss, I think he put about 12 hours that day.
Long day.
Boss says, how many toothbrushes you sold today? I sold 1,247 toothbrushes. I said, wow, that's wonderful. You are working out. He said, how'd you do that? Well, he says, I got a big table and put all my toothbrushes out. I got some dip over here, some potato chips, and we really had a party. So the folks come by and they took a little bit of potato chip, they dipped it in the dip. They go, this tastes like shit. He says, it is. You want to buy a toothbrush? Anyway, finally got out of that business. I'm glad you did. You know, I've often tried to get Bobby out on the golf course on the weekends, but I can never get him out on the golf course. He's always off the Cape. Now you think he's out there having a good time, right? He isn't. He's got some kids over there that bust his windows during the week, and he spends half the time putting the windows back in, right? So that's why he had to drop out of the golf league this time, right? Because you got to go fix those windows out in the Cape, because these kids keep busting them. Isn't that right?
Good year this year.
Good year, right? They haven't got you. That was a good picture, I think, in the flyer, right? I think you've aged a little since that picture was taken, a little bit. But I understand the pictures over in 40 look more like the caucus. I heard that too. I didn't see any of them, but I heard that.
Funny, I don't get it.
I don't know whether you did that. Anyway. Well, one time too, I guess I really needed you for a big turning, I guess. We were going to be at the end of the golf season. And I think you had a flood in your cellar. And you put a brick under the carpet to dry it out. And then he goes and steps on it, twists his ankle, and that was the end of it. Tough guy. But anyway, I was talking to a fellow, it was a priest, as a matter of fact, I was talking to the other day about you. And he apparently played a golf game with you one time, as I understand it. And he said you were really a fine swinger of the club, but you used blasphemy. Every now and then you use blasphemy. And he told me about it. He said you got in the 6th hole, and he hooked his ball into the woods. Now, he never hooks, he always stays. He hooked it into the woods. So I asked the father, he says, is that the time you used blasphemy? He says, no. So then, out of the woods, he swings mightily, puts it in the middle of the fairway, but he broke his club, wrapped it around the tree as he swung. And he says, is that the time you used blasphemy? He said, no, well, that wasn't the time. That wasn't the time. Then he took another roundhouse swing, and he put the ball up in a tree. I said, is this the time you used blasphemy? No, that wasn't the time you used blasphemy. So there he is, he's standing up in this tree, and he takes a swing at the ball, he knocks it about 2 feet from the pin. Then he fell out of the tree. Is that the time you used blasphemy? No, that wasn't the time. You mean to say he missed that 2-foot putt? Yeah, play with, and you've been great to work with, and come back and have some fun. We'll play some golf, and lots of luck in your retirement. And I really think you tucked it to your son-in-law when he shoots 67 and he loses. You're one at the conference table. But anyway, buddy, good luck to you. Then you're back up.
Now we're coming to the part of the presentation that will be your payoff. Got to get your attention. We're coming to the gifts. I'm going to start the ball rolling, not a golf ball, with a special gift over here from Jim Baggett and the rest of them. A little story goes with that.
Like them up there?
Well, you can come close by just in case there's something that you can help with. Don't get too anxious. Some years ago, I observed that Bob was always painting his house. And like every summer, I'd ask him, what are you doing? Why are you taking a day off? Well, I'm painting my house. And I got the picture that he was very high, and he was always up there on the ladder. And he explained to me that the way you do that is to use a ladder stabilizer. When you get up the second section, put the stabilizer out, and then you're safe. When the time came for me to paint my house, I asked him for a loan of his ladder stabilizer. She cheerfully offered, came to me, and then I returned it. But somehow, after that, he's always suspected that I didn't return the ladder stabilizer. He's been after me year after year. He goes into his garage and he can't find it. He comes back to me, you sure you returned that ladder stabilizer? Well, Bob, just so we'll have a clean slate.
I can do it.
We got another one for you. Jim?
Always a pleasure.
I'll certainly remember.
3 months on
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jim Geiger. I've worked with Bob for the last 3.5 years or so. I was an EDT for Bob also. I've had the pleasure of working with Bob and having his excellent guidance over the years. I'd like to personally take this time to just thank Bob for all that he's done for me and in my career. Thanks a lot. Now with that said, we have a few gifts for Bob. I was given the job of trying to get some mementos for him so he perfectly remember us, of course. First of all, over the last couple months, Bob's been busy going to the benefits office, trying to get all the finances squared away for his retirement. And we thought that we came across something. We thought it would be a great idea for Bob to, in his retirement, as far as his finances go, and he'll have to pass it around so you can all see it, but this is your personal retirement income program. So IRS approved and tax sheltered income.
Thanks very much. You'll have to. Tin cup. Here are dark glasses. You'll see outside the main gate. Here Cal Street for second shift.
Okay.
Anything at all. They get a quiet collection.
Next, we all know, for those of us who have seen Bob around March, specifically March 17th, every year he likes to wear a nice, loud, green Irish tie, and we all comment on it. But now that you're going to be retired, you may or may not have the ability to have to wear a tie on March 17th, so we come up with the next best thing. T-shirt. And I don't know if you can read it or not. It says VIP. Very Irish.
Just my size.
Sure.
We got Dennis to wear his during his retirement. I think
Well, we've all heard words on Valentine, but we've heard other things from other people. We thought that maybe, just in case we saw this, and this might be good for Bob, how to play golf in the low 120s.
that's the temperature they mean. This is even anatomy
have the book now that Bob Hirschman referred to earlier. Just for that.
Sure. Pass it around so everybody can see it. Before you go back to work, it'll be 4:30 before I stop by. Yeah, you can pass it around.
Yeah, we will pass it around. This is the book with all the testimonials in it, and anyone who wants to sign it can.
This is the retirement keepsake of Robert E. Houlihan, who retired on June 30th, 1990. 32 years of service with GE Aircraft Engines. Thank you very much. People might like to sign it.
This is the traditional gift that I'll let Bob go ahead and unveil. Won't ruin the surprise. But the Nicola Blank cartoon of Bob. And anyone who wants to sign this can also.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well that's those are the end of the joke gift ceremony. So now I'll hand the mic over to Bob Renkel for the main gift.
First of all, I have a couple envelopes, courtesy of GE, dinners for 3 kids for dinners at various restaurants.
Thank you, GE.
Bob selected. The other thing I'd like to mention, will be out of the fund that we collected, $100 will be given to Bob to the charity of his choice. If he picks the right one, GE will match.
Thank you very much. I'll pick one they match.
And we have a card here. Everybody's indicated on who has contributed to these gifts.
Everyone will wish you from the big wheels on down.
Maybe let's go to ribbon and see a long list of.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Then we have one final gift. Before I present it, I'd like to say thanks to Bob. Bob joined the Perimeter Design. Bob and his group about 5 years ago, roughly. And it's been a pleasure working with Bob. He has caused me less trouble than any of the other groups. And it's been a pleasure to work with him. Now we have one more gift and I think will be very appropriate. I had extra features for all of the open outing I
Japanese boomstick.
Metal nitric shaft.
Sorry, I thought I stepped in that window.
Tailor-made graphite shaft metal.
High-tech.
High-tech driver.
Wow.
Another 30 yards, Bob.
Another 30 yards deep in the woods. Go straight, go straight.
Okay, I'd like to turn the mic over to Bob.
statement, I'll try to do my list of lengthy remarks. So.
Until we finish our dessert, at least.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you all being here and taking the time to come and eat with me anyway and listen to all those good words that I never realized that you're playing. I should ask for more money.
He's supposed to be chair.
I should have my glasses. Maybe one of my siblings will bring up a glass or offspring. But I want to tell you that I just got a few notes. It's not that long. But it is a new emotion really to retire. You don't do it very often. It's a pretty big step, as those that have done it, I think, would say. It feels like it's an important time. It's like getting married or something. A big time in your life. So I have people that come down the corridor and meet them and they're telling me congratulations and hey, that's great, super for you and everything, you know, and begin to think you won something. Like you did something great. You know? After a while it dawns on you, all you did was grow old. Now you're old enough and you're gone. So anyway, it feels like that, and also this feels a little bit like the Academy Awards, where you know you want to get up and speak and thank everybody, and they thank the producers and so forth, which will be my folks, I suppose. I want to thank everyone. I don't want to go way back. I want to thank certainly the committee here. I know they worked hard on this, and they kept me out of the way sometimes, getting the things done, and they certainly put a lot of effort into it, and I certainly appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who came, taking the time out. And I certainly want to thank my wife for coming here, and she's the one who made me what I am today, and I'm certainly not going to take the blame for that. And then you've all met my children, but I'd like to just say it again that we have Noreen up from Pittsburgh, and my eldest Bobby, who's already famous from what we've heard about, from Connecticut. Joseph couldn't make it. He's down in Texas flying your J-85 around Beeville, and we hope sees this on the video and all. He'd like to be with us, but he couldn't get away. You know, we got Eileen Alana, who's also from Connecticut. Damien is here in from Lynn. Christopher from Manhattan. Thanks for, well, it's nice you took the time, you know. Yeah, it was a great party, and thank you very much. I want to thank Bob Neitzel for his patience and putting up with me and leaving me alone. And Bob Hirschgron for your counsel and companionship and advice for the time. It's been great. Lloyd, I had Lloyd down here, Lloyd Thompson. He didn't make it, but for the nice trips he sent me on. I went a couple of good boondoggles, courtesy of Lloyd, on Island and Rio de Janeiro. I want people to know that. And then so Doug Valentine, my golf partner. He's put up with me for a long time, and so I'm sure that there were too many times when we characterized it as game's going pretty good, but the putting's not too good. And we'd be there for as we were about a year ago, for the winning putt on the last hole. Doug's got about a 10-footer for the win, and I cut up within about 2 feet. He says, "Can you knock that in so that I can go for it? That would give us a half." If I got it. I said, "Yeah, I can walk up and tap it." You walk up and tap it, and I leave the 2-footer, how about a foot short? That happened over and over, and what Doug has had a bad time on that. I want to leave a few gifts behind me myself of the crew and the people that are going to succeed me here, and they are done in the spirit of like Earth Day and conservation and everything. I think we can do and make do, and that's how to keep the landfill from getting filled up, how to not use up all the energy and everything. So I have a little something for a couple of guys here. This is for Jim Geiger. I wanted to have this. I got this when I came here 32 years ago. They're all plastic now. It's perfectly good, right? With common staples and things, and a staple extractor, which may look old to him, but it's not that old. And Jimmy, you take these and one box of staples, and when you use up that box, you'll be just like me. Your career is all over. Now I have something for Mike here. Again, don't need new things to do the job. These are company property, so I have to pass them on to someone. Triangle that I've had for a long time. You can not see through it too good anymore, but it's still, the edge is still straight. And then the ship's curve, which broke. You can draw your curve with it if you want to hold it together. Or I was going to suggest that Dave here, who's Dave can put these together. Dave will glue this together for you. Again, there's another 30 years out of that. I had to see this here right now, but I got something for Bob Vandermolen, my successor. I got an eraser when I came here. It used to be a big white eraser. And now I got these two small white erasers. And again, they're perfectly good. And, you use them with the computers and all, and you don't use much erasers anymore. So I'd like to leave this with you, and I have a serious gift for you. You can have the frame on my calendar in the office. I got that from Bruce Gordon. We went to Paris. I think I stole it, but he may have given it. Then, I got something for Tim. Tim Yang, EVP. Have a little something here. A pair of shoelaces that say Timothy. I want to thank Dennis Edkins here who hired me. I got an awful lot of bosses, as you know. Dennis saved me from a life at Curtis Wright in New Jersey. So we've always people appreciated for that. Gene Howard, George Raybone, we must be with the Kennedy people again. Tom Boyd came in. Walt Daskin, now Bob Neitzel, and I'll bet you there's other people in this room who've been my bosses. I've got a lot of bosses. I'll skip that because they're not here. The only serious comment I'd like to make is to let you know that I did enjoy the job and the people. You're a quality bunch of people to work with. They're all gentlemen and people of character, and I enjoyed that. And certainly by far the best crew and best company I've worked for. Only advice I'd give to the young people, I'd like to see that no matter what happens, don't get down. I saw it at Curtis Wright. You start, you know, the budget and everything, there may be cutbacks or whatever there is, keep a positive attitude because people start laughing at themselves and start saying, oh, well, what's going to happen next? Or will we be out of business? Or what are we going to break next? It's a bum attitude. Just keep the attitude you got. Keep working at what you're doing in your jobs, and it'll all work out. But don't let a bad attitude creep in. So, the last thing I'd say is for the future, you know, you say, everybody says, what are you going to do and everything? And you'd like to have something dramatic. And I thought maybe I collect honey off the cliffs of Nepal like those people. But I'm not going to do that. I don't know how. Or I raised the Titanic over the crew or something like that. I can't say anything. You know? So I'm just going to do more living and less working. That's all. We're always busy, so now we'll be busy doing things, the house and the cake and the kids and everything, and then maybe work once in a while. Who knows? I'll certainly spend a lot more time living in things and a lot less time working at regular phone at GE kind of jobs. So, thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you all being here, to all the certainly kind words people said about me. True or false, making a difference. They're on tape. I accept every one of them. Thank you, and I'll go back to work and earn a lot of money for the pension.
What lifetime?